Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 6:30 on WKYT, a man accused in a murder-for-hire plot in Kentucky is opening up from jail.
The main thing is that their evidence is not as strong as they led everyone to believe.
You'll hear what Ryan Champion says happened the night that his parents, sister, and a fourth person were murdered inside a Kentucky home.
We're tracking a crime alert as police search for a man behind a shooting near downtown Lexington.
Got some flurries out there this morning, but big flakes as we head toward the weekend. What can you expect out of this, and when can you expect it? That's going to be the key, and I'll show you that coming up.
And also what state leaders say you can expect over the weekend on the roads ahead of a possible winter storm as they are making preparations. Those stories and more, breaking news as it happens, coming up on WKYT This Morning. It's Friday. Good morning and welcome in. Sure is good to have you with us on this day that already feels like winter on November 14th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. I've heard somebody mention the word hibernation mentioned with this weather.
I'm afraid that people are going to do that for a while, you know. Yeah, all of a sudden cold to deal with. And let's check in with Micah and see what's ahead for the weekend. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, it's cold outside. We got some flurries falling in the southeastern zones on our First Alert Defender live radar. You can see, look, it looks like a big bulk of it, just a cluster of flurries. This isn't much. It won't amount to much, so don't expect major impacts if you live down in the southeastern zones. Current temperatures in the teens and 20s. Very cold outside. Add a little wind to it, and everybody's sitting there in the teens for a wind chill. Heading toward the afternoon, we may even break a record today at 33 degrees for the coldest high record. Going off toward the weekend, it stays cold, but really the weekend, all eyes, all focus is on that winter storm that will be approaching us from the south. What can you expect out of that? It's going to be snow, no doubt about it. But it looks like a pretty big impact of snow on a pretty impactful day, too. And I'll show you when that falls coming up in a few minutes.
And pretty doggone early for this. All right, thank you, Micah.
With snow in the forecast, you may be thinking about what kind of impact it could have on the roads this weekend.
So we've been checking to see if state road crews and local crews are ready to go, and we've learned that they're still feeling the impact from last winter, still trying to get ready again. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live in Lexington to explain how road crews are gearing up. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning. Well, even though roads are clear right now, crews have been out pre-treating bridges, hills, and main roadways, and they plan to continue doing that throughout the rest of the day. The main concern right now is the availability of salt. Usually by November 1st, the state's above-ground salt storage facilities are filled 100%, but this year they're only at 85%. Since July, the Department of Highways has been working to restock the state's reserve supply, which was emptied out during last year's winter. Officials say salt prices have increased more than 15% this year, with a ton now costing between $75 and $100.
We're close to being completely full with salt. It's just going to be a little bit later than normal, and deliveries through the season will probably be a little more difficult this year.
Now, officials do expect to soon have all salt facilities fully stocked for this winter. Mayor Jim Gray announced that the city of Lexington is currently equipped with 6,000 tons of salt. Of course, we'll be tracking snow and road conditions throughout the rest of the weekend. Live in Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
We certainly will, on air and online at WKYT.com. Thank you very much, Whitney. Well, it is a crime that shocked a Kentucky community. And this morning, a man accused of plotting to kill his family and another man is speaking out from jail. Ryan Champion's parents, sister, and a fourth person were shot to death inside a Trigg County home last month. WKYT's Mark Barber is on our live desk with Champion's jailhouse interview. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. While Ryan Champion isn't talking about the day his father, mother, and sister were killed, he is speaking about the case that prosecutors are building against him. The Commonwealth's attorney believes Champion is behind a murder-for-hire scheme to kill his own family. Investigators say they think Champion hired Vito Riservato as a hitman. According to prosecutors, on October 26th, Riservato killed Champion's parents, Lindsay and Joy Champion, and his 31-year-old sister, Emily Champion. That's when the Commonwealth believes Champion turned a gun on Riservato and shot him to death. Investigators say they don't know why Champion would want his family dead. He has been indicted on 1 count of murder, 3 counts of complicity to commit murder, and complicity to commit kidnapping. The 36-year-old is facing the death penalty. He is now speaking from the Christian County Jail to WKDZ, saying that the evidence that police have gathered is not as strong as they have led people to believe.
The police have their investigation to investigate. I know what happened. I know what happened. I know who was where. I know who did what. I know.
Champion is due back in court for an arraignment on December 10th. He is being held in the Christian County Jail on a $5 million bond. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, the mother of a missing Kentucky woman who says her daughter was last seen with a murder suspect is not giving up hope. Norma Jo Brown has been missing since September. Family members say they are worried because at the time she was with Kevin Howard. He was recently arrested for the murder of a Kentucky professor. Brown's mother says not knowing what happened to her daughter is the hardest part.
And it's not going to be too much of a Thanksgiving for me if I don't hear from her or something, because last year she was here with us.
State police say they do not have many clues as to where Brown could be. We're tracking a crime alert this morning after a shooting near downtown Lexington. Police say two men were arguing on Pemberton Street between East 5th and East 6th Streets when a man was shot in the chest. A group of sanitation workers helped the man until police showed up. Police say the man's expected to recover. They do not know who shot him.
The time is 6:36 on WKYT this morning. A Kentucky murder suspect is out of jail after posting a $500,000 cash bond. Patrick Baker was released from the Knox County Jail this week after someone put up $500,000 for him. Police say he is one of 5 people charged in the murder of Donald Mills during a home invasion in May. Police say Baker was the gunman. Now the victim's sister says she is worried about her family's safety.
What's going through my mind is, why is he not on home incarceration on an ankle bracelet where he can be tracked?
Baker and the other murder suspects are scheduled to be back in court next month for a pretrial hearing. This weekend, family and friends will walk to remember a man and his young son who died in a crash. A memorial walk and fundraiser is tomorrow in Scott County to honor Trevor Spencer and his 3-year-old son, Skylar. They died last month in a crash on Highway 227. Trevor's widow, Jessica Spencer, was also in the crash and gave birth shortly after. Tomorrow's event is at noon at the track in front of Scott County Middle School.
Months after police say a man attacked 2 officers, the suspect is now in jail. Stefan Miller was arrested last night on Yellowstone Parkway. Back in September, Lexington police went to the Motel 6 on Winchester to on a report of a couple of shoplifting suspects. They say Miller was hiding in the bathroom and knocked over an officer as he escaped. He now faces several charges, including resisting arrest and assault. This morning, we're tracking an attempted murder case in central Kentucky. Last year, police say Kevin Wilhoit got into a fight with a man on Main Street in Nicholasville. Investigators say his girlfriend then drove Wilhoit to the man's house where he fired several shots into the home. 10 people were inside. No one was hurt. Wilhoit will be sentenced today on an attempted murder charge. 2 inmates who escaped from a Kentucky jail have been found hundreds of miles away. Police say Jordan Luttrell and Thomas Wilson walked out of the front door of the Adair County Jail this week. They think the men had a ride waiting for them. Both were arrested yesterday in Florida and are now facing additional charges.
Crit Llewellyn is now a heartbeat away from the state's most powerful office. The former state auditor replaced Lieutenant Governor Jerry Abramson, who officially resigned last night to take a job in President Obama's administration. Abramson says he's happy with the work he did in Frankfort.
So it's been a good 3-year run. I think Kentucky's a little better off because I had an opportunity to hold the position of Lieutenant Governor. Now I hope I can do something for our nation when I get up to the White House.
Llewellyn is the 56th Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Now, she will be sworn in publicly this afternoon at 2:30 in the state capitol rotunda. You'll be able to watch that live. We'll be streaming that at WKYT.com.
Lexington is now the 8th Kentucky community to add e-cigarettes to a ban on indoor smoking. The Herald Leader says the Urban County Council unanimously approved the ordinance last night. Effective immediately, e-cigarettes are now banned from bars, restaurants, and most workplaces in Lexington.
Lexington city leaders also announced they have reached a 10-year deal with Time Warner Cable. That new agreement includes longer business hours at the company's office on Palumbo Drive, and it allows customers to mail in equipment. The agreement also removed the resolution that would deny the Time Warner Cable Comcast deal. The Herald Leader says the deal could lead to higher speed internet at a lower cost for some Lexington residents. So there certainly was a controversy ahead of that decision that's finally reached. 6:40 is the time on WKYT.
We're getting a look at how things are moving on the roads right now.
Let's go out to Officer Don and check on live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Harrodsburg Road passing through the crossover looks okay at the moment. Traffic is pretty light there. Had a stalled car on Clays Mill just before Jesse Clark. That should be over to the right now, but just keep that in mind if you're going to be headed that direction in the next few. Let's get a look outside and we'll show you what to expect right now as you head out the door. With a live look at Nicholasville and Waller, traffic's picking up there. On the north side of town, slowest traffic at the moment is inbound North Broadway approaching the Circle, dealing with about 2 clicks of the light in that area. On our Waze map, got a couple of things, just stalled cars mainly that we're dealing with. No wrecks to deal with. Traffic slow inbound Nicholasville Road. In fact, you can see the buildup already there in front of the mall where traffic's slowing down to get past the Circle. Toward campus, things improve. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you very much. We'll keep watch on things over the weekend. It could be very interesting.
Yep, that's
a lot happening, too, certainly with ball games and so forth. All right, our time is 6:41 on WKYT.
Why is it that some of the strangest stories are always seeming to be out of Florida? Well, you won't believe what this guy was caught sticking down his pants.
Yeah.
12-pack? Seriously? 23 degrees there in Richmond, 21 in Frankfort. We'll show you off toward the weekend because that's what everybody is buzzing about. And that's that big winter storm. And I'll show you the impacts of that and when you can expect it coming up next.